So you want to know the secret to losing fat? Well, it's a bit of a secret in the fitness industry, but I guess now it's time for someone to actually come out and tell you the secret, exactly what you need to hear in order for you to lose fat the easiest way possible. I'm gonna play you a video. Please don't share it around too much. Here's the video. I live for this. Ready? 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 Yes, sir! That's how you eat a kiwi fruit. Very well done. Yes, that's right. Eating the kiwi fruit with the skin helped me to lose 14 kilos. Thank you very much. My name has been Zach. You can click somewhere on the screen, previous video, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye. Well, that was pretty funny, right? Let's see how long this takes. Cool, here I am. YouTube, exciting, wow. I don't have an introduction. I don't really know what to say, but wow. So the way I'm gonna go about this video is I'm gonna break everything down month to month, everything in between July to December. You're gonna get physique updates. I'm gonna tell you what I was weighing. I'm gonna tell you how much I was eating, calories down to the macronutrients. I'm also gonna be telling you about what my weight training routine was like, what my cardio routine was like, and also the supplements I was taking as well. If you're keen as a bean, ready to hear all the secrets to my fat loss, hand gestures, stick around and I'm gonna break all that down for you now. So I think it would be fair to start this video by giving the year of 2020 some context, not only with what was happening in the world, but also what was happening in my personal life. I have my iPad here with all my notes to make sure I don't waffle too much. Exciting times. Orlando, Disney World, Los Angeles, food, calories, overweightness. Awesome! For real though, I did enjoy my trip. It was absolutely fantastic. I was gone from January 10th all the way till February 1st, which is when I came back home. Here, Sydney, Australia. Woohoo! March 23rd, 2020. That was the day, yes, gyms were shut here in New South Wales, Australia. No! While this was really upsetting for a lot of people, especially those that see the gym as an environment where they can de-stress, where they can relax, you gotta understand, for me, it is my line of work as well. So while there was no training, there was also no income. Hence why it would have been a lot more difficult for me to look after my own diet. So what happened between March to July of 2020? Food on food, a little bit of home workouts, and more food. Could I have maintained a low level of body fat? Of course. Did I? No. My room is upstairs. The Nutella tub is downstairs. I could hear every night that damn tub calling my name. And I listened to it. Fast forward this crazy period of time, June 13th, 2020. The day we, New South Wales, we got our gyms back. Woohoo! 15th of June was the start of my fat loss journey. However, I didn't really want to go through a fat loss journey. I wanted to go through body recomposition. What's body recomposition? I'm glad you asked, Nerdy Zach. Body recomposition is the process of building muscle and losing fat at the same time. What helped me out a lot through this process, and I gotta give credit where credit is due, was I purchased Jeff Nipper's Ultimate Guide to Body Recomposition, and I formatted my diet and routine around what I knew as a trainer, but also the suggestions Jeff offered in this book of his. I just need to make sure we're all on the same page here. I am not a dietitian.
Oh, really?
Don't think you're going to get the same results if you take in every single protocol that I mentioned in this video. Everyone's body is different. I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm a qualified personal trainer as well as a nutrition coach. If you need help with your calories, your macronutrient intake, your weight training program, your cardio program, message me and I will help you.
Are you serious?
So what did I do for the weight training component? Well, I've always done push, pull, legs. However, a bit more to my personal preference, I go legs, push, pull, legs, push, pull, rest. So we're on the same page. Legs, I always incorporate legs and abs. Push, I always incorporate chest, shoulders, triceps, and pull, back, rear delts, and biceps. Ooh, I would love to see a video of your pull day, Zach. I want to grow my back and my biceps too. Oh, nerdy Zach, you crack me up. If you want to see a video of how I go about my pull day, my back, rear delts, and biceps, you can click here, or you can find it in the description below. In terms of cardio, I broke it up into 3 sections. 3 2-month periods. For the first 2 months, it was more just a time-based thing. Post weights, 10 to 20 minutes, just going for a little walk, not really aiming for anything in particular. But once it got to month 3 to 4, that's when I took cardio a little bit more seriously. I was aiming anywhere between 100 to 200 calories post weights. I think it's ideal for everyone to aim for calories, not for time. Obviously, if the goal is to lose fat, then aiming for calories is very important. Anyone can say I did 10 minutes on the treadmill. That might be 10 minutes where you did absolutely nothing and burnt 3 calories, or someone else might do 10 minutes where they did a sprint and then they ended up burning just over 100 calories. The final 2 months was when I took cardio very seriously. I was at first burning anywhere between 200 to 300 calories, and then around the last month, that's when I was burning anywhere between 300 to 400 calories, even some days 450 calories. If you want to lose weight, do you have to burn 450 calories on the treadmill? No. The main driving force for fat loss comes down to your nutrition, which is what I'm going to talk about now. For the first 3 months of the diet, I was tracking my food anywhere between 5 to 6 days a week, more so on the 6-day side when it started going to around the 3rd month. It wasn't until the last 3 months where things started to change. That's when I would track my food 7 days, 1 week, following week, probably 6 days, 7 days, 6 days. It wasn't until the last 2 months where I tracked my food consistently 7 days a week. But you definitely schedule time for cheat meals, right? I can't live without my Nutella. Like, I need it. So like, if I track my food 6 days a week, on the 7th day, am I allowed to have like a Nutella something, like a Nutella sandwich, or even like 3-4 tubs of Nutella? Listen, when you're dieting for the beach, yeah, you can fit in some refeeds, yeah, you can fit in some cheat meals. You're doing it for the longevity. It wasn't until the 4th month where I knew, hey, I want to document this. And that's when I booked Hamish to do a photo shoot for me, to do my epic cinematic recording gym workout thing. If you need photos and a video done, he's the guy to call. Now we're going to talk about supplements. The 3 supplements I took every single day that I think is quite safe to say a lot of us can take as well: multivitamin, fish oil tablets, and magnesium. Alright, now we're going to move on to the next portion of the video. Alright, I did take a little bit more than just that. So the first thing I do in the morning is take a fat burner. The first fat burner I decided to take was Hydroxy Lean by Genetics. And then about halfway through the weight loss journey, I ended up taking Red Dragon's Thermogenic Fat Burner. And before you make the assumption that, oh, Zach took a fat burner, so I should be taking a fat burner, you don't need a fat burner. What? Fat burners only work if you are in a calorie deficit. I took it first thing in the morning so the caffeine could hit me hard, thus suppressing my appetite so I could push back my fast a little bit later in the day. So after I finish seeing the people I normally work with in the morning, then it'll be time for me to go through my workout. So to keep my energy up, I would take a pre-workout. So the pre-workout I started with was Freaked by Anabolics, which contained 300 milligrams of caffeine, but then it got to a point I just needed something a little bit stronger. So in the halfway point, I switched up to Warhammer by International Protein, which had about 350 milligrams of caffeine. And then by the end, I stuck around with Steam Funk by 13 Lives, which contains the same amount of caffeine, but just to have something different in my system definitely helped out big time. So now during my workout, I was taking aminos, but not just BCAAs, I was taking an amino blend. So I started with Peaked, which is the EAA and BCAA amino matrix by Anabolics, and then I ended up with Red Dragon's Red Dragon Fuel, BCAA and EAA. The deeper you are in a calorie deficit, the less likely of a chance you have to getting multiple different protein sources which all contain different amino acids. So that's why getting an amino blend, in my head, is just a bit more insurance. If I wasn't able to get a meal in within an hour after my workout, I would take a protein shake. So the protein shake I started taking was Primal Whey Protein by Anabolics, and then I ended up taking the Whey Protein by Sciatic Nutrition. Now, do you need protein powder? No, you do not. Instead, get it from Whole Foods. Regardless if I took a protein shake or not after my workout, I'd always take creatine after my workout, and the creatine I took was the 100% pure creatine by Genetics. Now, you can take creatine whenever you want during the day. However, there has been a study that's shown there is a bit more benefit to taking creatine after your workout. When you take creatine, obviously you're going to be holding on to a little bit more water, but this is water within the muscle as opposed to outside the muscle / below the skin. So yes, the scale may look like it's gone up a little bit. However, you're definitely going to look a little bit more fuller by taking creatine. Alright, the part that everyone's been waiting for, the journey itself. Disclaimer, I am not wearing a shirt in these images. I am in my underwear. If for whatever reason that offends you, then you can click on my previous video or you can end the video here. Figured I should say that. Some people are quite sensitive. You might be, you might not be. Just thought I'd throw that out there so I do not offend anyone from this point forward. We cool? So we're starting off this weight loss journey on the 15th of June 2020. Oh wow. Wow, that is, yeah, wow, that's me. Okay, I think. Sitting at 74.3 kgs. Starting off the diet at 2,650 calories. That's broken up into 50% being carbs, 325 grams, 25% coming from protein, 163 grams, and 25% coming from fat, 72 grams. I didn't have any method to actually figure out what my real maintenance calories were. However, I did start a little bit higher with my calories. Right now, I know my maintenance is sitting anywhere between 2,400 to 2,500, but at the time, in my head, it was better to start a little bit higher. Alright, I'm a believer of whatever your body weight is in kilograms, timesing that by 2, that's just a rough estimate of how much protein you should be taking in. But because I had a lot more body fat to start with, my protein was a little bit lower and I prioritized carbs and fat a little bit more. So the goal for every fortnight was to self-assess, see where I was sitting, taking away anywhere between 100 to 150 calories, but that all depends on mood and actual appearance. So next photo we have here is on the 17th of July 2020. Here I am currently eating 2,400 calories, sitting at 72.7 kgs, and so far that is a 1.6 kg drop. So in terms of changes, you can tell I look less watery, but still holding on to a decent amount of body fat. Not much of a change is happening around this point in time. The next recording I have here was from the 1st of August where I was eating 2,300 calories and I was sitting at about 71.8 kgs. But the next photo we have here is from the 23rd of August where I was eating 2,200 calories, sitting at 69.9 kgs. From the last weigh-in, that's a 2.8 kg drop, and from the starting weight, that is a 4.4 kg drop. As you can tell, I hold a lot of my body fat around my chest, my love handles, midsection, bit more on the hips. Shout out Genetics, yay. And then on the 5th of September, that's when I made the change to 2,100 calories. But the photo you're seeing now from the 27th of September 2020, I was eating 2,000 calories, sitting at 68.1 kgs. From the last weigh-in, that's a 1.8 kg drop, and that's a total of 6.2 kgs. But definitely already a big change, and I knew from here I wasn't done. So fast forward a few more days, we're looking at the 1st of August where I was eating 2,000 calories and sitting at 68 kilograms. And what was really interesting is when I hit a squat PB of 125 kgs. Not much, but I've never really prioritized strength training as much. It was always just been higher reps, moderate weight. So being able to hit this at 2,000 calories was very impressive to me. So based off that, it does go to show you can get stronger in a calorie deficit. However, because my deficit was quite low, I wasn't expecting to build brand new muscle tissue, so I kind of just left that there, but still I was quite happy with that. Moving on to the 16th of October, now we're starting to look quite lean here. Here I'm eating 1,900 calories, sitting at 66.8 kgs, which is a 1.3 kg drop from the last weigh-in, and it's a total of 7.5 kgs dropped. I, for some odd reason, hold more body fat on my right pec than I do on my left pec. I am normal. I do not have a medical condition. Thank you for asking. So now we're on to the 6th of November, where I'm eating 1,800 calories, sitting at 64.9 kgs. And this was an interesting time because on the 23rd of November, I managed to hit 160 kilo sumo squat for 1 rep, and then straight after that set, I was able to hit conventional deadlift 160 kg for 1 rep. Wow. Yeah, I know the numbers aren't entirely impressive. It's just more the fact that I was able to hit a PB in such a big deficit that blew my mind. And it didn't stop there. On the next day, I was actually able to hit 107.5 kgs, and I was sitting at 64.3 kgs as well. So feeling quite good and feeling pretty strong around this time as well. Keeping in mind I am in a calorie deficit at this point, so the energy that I was feeling those days didn't last very long. So here we have the 29th of November 2020, sitting at 63.5 kgs from the last weigh-in. That is a 1.4 kg drop, and that is a total of 10.8 kgs down. Wow, I know what you're thinking, and yes, I was in desperate need of a haircut. Could definitely tell I was looking a lot more leaner, but I wanted to go further. So on the 1st of December, I got a lot of help from this man right here by the name of Adam. I knew if I wanted to get from lean to shredded, he was the man I had to speak to. After speaking to him, we had a plan, and that plan consisted of 4 low carb days and 1 high carb day. So here the photo that you see now was taken on the 17th of December 2020, sitting at 61.4 kgs. From the last weigh-in, that's 2.1 kg drop, and from a total of 12.9 kgs in total. While I am looking a lot more shredded there, have a listen to these numbers. I was consuming 35 grams of fat, 140 grams of protein, and on my low carb days 70 grams, and my high carb days 140 grams of carbs. 4 days of 1,155 calories, following 1 day of 1,435 calories. Wow, damn, I'm getting sick just thinking about it. So while I was looking super shredded in that image, it was time for a refeed. Now, did I grab every donut I could see in sight? No, I played it super safe. All I did was consume the same meals I had the day before and just put in a lot more rice. I knew I could play around with the calories a bit more if I wanted to, but I just wanted to play the safer route and just keep the rice in there, keep to what my body was used to by this point. So the image you're seeing now on the 18th of December was the morning of my photo shoot, sitting at exactly 60 kgs. So the day before that, I ended up consuming 1,995 calories, which came from 35 grams of fat, 140 to about 120 grams of protein, and 280 grams of carbs. Then came the photo shoot. I was super happy with how it turned out. I was super happy with how the video turned out, and I was super happy because I was able to eat whatever the heck I wanted. But just like any long-term diet anyone ever goes through, all they think about is getting off the diet and just eating everything in sight, not even taking into account how much fat you can get after such a strict diet. Don't get me wrong, I had plenty of food, Nutella, after my photo shoot, but I knew it wasn't going to last long. I did want to do a reverse diet. So the way a reverse diet would work is finding a comfortable spot with your low calories and then slowly bumping it up from there, pushing hard in the gym with your training in order for you to hopefully put on some new muscle tissue while minimize the potential fat gain. If I was going to jump back up to maintenance of 2,500 calories, then obviously I would gain so much more body fat, but that wasn't the plan. So the image that you're looking at now was taken on the 30th of January 2021, 6 months after my photo shoot, and here I was consuming 2,000 calories and I was sitting at 63.4 kgs. So now if you compare that to the last time I was eating 2,000 calories back in September, there is a big difference. A 4.7 kg difference. So where am I at now? The date is currently the 5th of February 2021, and I'm currently running Jeff Nibbard's power building program. It is definitely different to what I'm used to, but I'm trusting the process. Right now I'm eating 2,100 calories and my weight is basically at the same. Yes, it's very tempting to think I could just eat whatever I want to, but I'm gonna do things the right way. I'm going to be doing things the right way by tracking my food 5 to 6 times a week and enjoying myself. This is technically meant to be the bodybuilder's off season, but I don't want to look like how I did before with my food baby. So anyways guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you feel there's something I haven't covered in this video, mention it in the comment section below. If there's anything that you're curious about, flick me a message. My socials are Zach's Health and Fitness on Instagram. I don't use Facebook. It's 2021, not 2012. I'm not even listening to what I'm saying. I'm looking at little Coco over here. Yes, you're a good boy, Coco. You're a very good boy. He's tired. He's over it. Let me know what you thought of the video. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good night. I'm rambling. Blah, 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 blah. Take care.